cum. I had
the
that
crack in my crack.
He said, I knew I wasn't gay.
Yeah, dog. What's up with that?
Well, okay. So
Transition.
how can Young Thug's album be so brilliant and yet so like surface level at the same time? Like I don't. He makes music for
I think
parties. I feel like just shit you wouldn't even listen to.
I don't know. He got some tracks that are dope.
Because you always go for the beat. I feel like the production of the rhythm is much more.
But like.
Understand the man. I understand the man. I cannot understand the man. I fuck with the beat, like you're saying.
Yeah.
I fuck with the beat.
I was playing it earlier.
Like, yo, this nigga's squeaking right now.
What?
I can't with it. I cannot.
Yeah.
I get on some songs, but on some songs, like, you can hear him pretty clearly.
Yeah. No, there are some songs.
What about, like, he just, like, went on a rant on the first song. You know what I mean? Like, that was...
that a lot
But that's what you're supposed to do on your first song.
I disagree.
What? Drake does it every time.
You think Certified Lover Boy was like... well, yeah.
The first track of every Drake album is literally him kind of just going off about
does
some
Drake not make music to party for parties?
I mean, Drake makes music for everything. He literally has a song for every mood. You in your feelings, Marvin's Room.
Yeah.
You at a party, One Dance.
Ooh.
You fucking feeling yourself. Fucking
He does have
shit.
a very large catalog. That's what I think. He has some legendary classics
for sure.
But I don't want to say he's falling off, but I did like Certified Lover Boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. How many times have you listened to it?
He's like Jordan on the Wizards right now.
Oh man, that's fucking accurate.
He's
he
obviously
wants to play baseball,
right?
You know
He's
what I mean?
obviously still balling, but it's like we know what you used to do.
Right, that's exactly the mood of like him going to baseball and shit. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't that good at baseball. He was pretty decent, but
no, I'm saying
everybody was like
on the Wizards when he was like old, like 45, still in the league. He was still averaging like 26, but it's like we know what you used to do.
Yeah.
You used to just the court was yours.
Right.
That's why I don't want to use the vocabulary fall off because I'm worried that it's gonna progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't fallen off. Like, obviously, like, Drake's quality of music is obviously better than, like, most, but it's still, like, we're still judging him, like, based off his past shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still, like...
It's always going to be there.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think about...
But it's, like, I feel like with Drake music, like, it's so dope, like... He has such a hold on our generation because, like, at the time that it, like, dropped, like, every Drake drop, you remember, like, where you were,
I specifically remember what I was doing. We were going to baseball tryouts, like, when, if you're reading this...
Yeah, exactly. If you're reading this, it's too late. I remember exactly when that shit dropped because it dropped out of nowhere. You were like, what?
And it was good as fuck, low-key.
Right,
You know,
right,
you saw it on Vine a lot, I feel like, and Legend's a classic, fucking Energy's a classic.
Right. So, like, we, like, literally, we grew up on his music.
Yeah.
Like, quite literally. So,
Also,
that's why
He's just been that guy throughout our generation.
Exactly. So, we're
he
always
also
going
has such a large catalog. You know what I
Right.
mean?
For sure.
Range, I guess, is what I mean. Yeah. What do you think about this? Hot take. So, specifically referring to Kanye, do you feel like he's disconnected from being able to be relatable since he has money? You know, I think because he lives a lavish lifestyle, he can no longer relate. You know what I mean?
I feel like he's had money for like a while though, but he still made relatable music, like especially like
recently.
I don't know about recently, but like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like
right
when he's like talking about like relationship shit, like things like that, like all that shit's like.
But that was relatable. Middle school. That was like 2012, 2013.
You play it today. No,
yeah,
that was
20. Classic.
That was
I'm
2010. But you play it today, and
yeah,
like,
I'm not
damn,
arguing that it's not.
That shit's relatable.
Like Graduation Day to this day, I love.
Right, hell yeah.
Everything like.
Hell yeah.
But
that all that shit did drop forever though. But I'm saying he still had money then.
Yeah, but do you feel like he no longer relates to the lifestyles we live because we don't.
I don't
have
even
the
know.
luxuries
I don't
they
even
have.
know if it's his music is even about relating. I feel like his music, he's like, how do I even explain this? Like, you know how like a painter paints some shit and like you look at it and be like, what the fuck is that?
And it's
But
just like
right, but like
It's just going in.
yeah,
It's
right,
going in.
right,
the
but it's
entire
going
time,
in.
But you're not even.
But
you're
like,
not even sure
it's
what
like
you're in.
I feel like sometimes like it's almost over our heads, like how good this shit is, like production wise,
Yeah.
and like
he's got so much that he can do.
and like
production-wise.
he like, I feel like his music is meant to be played live. Like
the
It's
concert.
a masterpiece.
right, like it's supposed to be for a show.
He's like a modern day composer.
Like, have you
basically.
ever looked up the Kanye shows? Like that shit goes crazy. Like he has like
when he
10
got
different
pulled up by the
stages and
pillars
shit.
at
Like
the end.
right, like I learned that listening to Dissect. Like some like literally, it's like some of his music he literally makes just to be a part of the show. So like some of the shit on Donda where it's like where you're like, what the fuck is this? Like it's just like some like interlude and you're like, I don't even understand like what the fuck's going on
And
like
he was
right
saying
now.
Donda.
Right,
the show.
right. Like it's supposed to be a part of the show, almost.
Right.
So it's like so it's kind of weird to.
And that's
you
what I
feel
mean by
saying?
luxuries. Like you and I couldn't experience that because he only wants a certain few to
Yeah,
be able
you
to
got a
experience
point.
it.
You got a
And so
point.
it's like why like, and same thing with J. Cole, Drake, Kanye. Like J. Cole, I feel like he falls off because he had these high school experiences. You know what I mean? Like
Right, like Friday Night Lights type shit.
yeah, and that was his. I don't want to say his peak. That wasn't his peak, but like you didn't like For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
one is
yeah.
that one?
If For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only. I don't know
Yeah.
why I think of the other song instead of that one.
I feel like just with J. Cole's music overall, like I feel like
KOD
some of it is like
was not
boring.
KOD was
Okay,
like
yeah,
Kevin's
yeah.
Heart. How often do you listen to Kevin's
Yeah,
Heart
I
or
don't listen
KOD?
to none of that
Kids on drugs, and then it's like the most dangerous drug of them all. Love.
Okay, I see where you're going.
And so it's like what like
What are we going for?
yeah, it's that's your message. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you at a point
shall we say that
you get disconnected.
corny?
Yeah, it is corny. You get disconnected. You know what I mean from
I feel
shit
it.
like that, or like the rants. Even if Drake does the rants, you know what I mean? When he's just like,
But Jay goes in on those.
yeah, it's way more catchy, but still.
Because you just be rapping about like relevant ass shit. And
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, yes.
Overall,
Okay, yes.
right?
All right, you got
like-
a point, Drake.
Right, like Drake says the shit you want to say.
yeah, for real.
You're just saying it, and you got.
And I'm
this
just
fine
agreeing,
ass
like,
platform,
yeah, you know what?
You know,
Yeah. I'm just like, I feel like there's a disconnect when you get money. Is all. I feel like somehow there's a relationship there where,
I feel like there's a disconnect to relatability, but as far as artistry, it gets a lot better.
yeah, more refined. Definitely.
At least with Kanye.
you're like this production. I mean,
Right.
some is just terrible, but production.
Wait, what's terrible?
Some production is terrible.
Oh,
Once people
Did
get
you listen
more
to Jesus
famous.
Walks at all?
Jesus walks? You mean just Jesus is king?
Jesus is King. Yeah.
No.
Jesus Walks is on Jesus is King, right?
No. Jesus walks is like,
Older.
Wait, like college dropout.
My bad.
Jesus walks. That's some legendary shit. He said,
Dude, they're
I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell.
What's saying again?
When Kanye says, I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell.
Oh.
He says that on some Watch the Throne song. I forget which one.
Yeah.
If you going in, though.
Yeah. Did you listen to Jesus is King?
No.
Let's get down to the brass tacks, okay?
Yeah.
I'm still, like I told you earlier, I'm still listening to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That shit is
A
cold.
decade old. How many times have you listened to it? Listen to the Nicki Minaj intro.
Kanye has really
A lot.
random collabs. So.
On Nicki Minaj's verse on Monster, that shit goes in. The fuck?
Fair enough.
That shit goes crazy.
The intro's pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What do you think of swimming so far? Like, is it pretty below surface level as you thought, or is it pretty like kind of dry?
I don't know. I like it. It's not my favorite Mac Miller album, but I like the Dissect.
And what would you say your favorite Mac Miller album would be?
Watching movies with the sound off. Is that the one?
That's a good one. What do you have a favorite?
Favorite
Mac Miller album?
Not necessarily.
No.
Because I didn't listen to Mac Miller really until after he died, so
yeah,
I feel like I have no real say.
Fair enough.
Because, like we said, what is it?
Posthumous.
Humorous. album. That's what I've mostly listened to prior to listening to his older stuff. So I'm like, I've listened to them both, and I'm like, I can't compare this shit. I don't really.
I feel you.
But he's got good music. I will say.
Or like, I really like Good AM because of Festival at the end, and they talk a little bit about the ending of.
Yeah, it's got some good ones on there. I feel like there's definitely more skips on there for me though.
On one of the episodes, they were talking about how he sets up most of his albums as like a birth and a death.